Well, good evening, Everstrong family. It is so wonderful to be back with you again after my Sabbath. Once again, we're gathered together for the reading of God's Word, and today we have the great pleasure of examining Revelation chapter 17 in this video, and in a separate video, chapter 18. So let us go ahead and begin with chapter 17. Chapter 17 is often referred to as the great prostitute and the beast, also known as the beast and the harlot. And now for any metalheads out there was a song written by a band called Avenged Sevenfold that quite beautifully describes this entire chapter. If you're not a fan of metal, it's totally fine. I'm not promoting the band by any means. It's a song I grew up with. But the entire point is to represent the great fall of mankind, specifically due to a singular location. Now, this refers to Babylon the Great. But as we know, Babylon's been destroyed. So what does that mean? It means a city of great perversion, wickedness, corruption that spreads to all corners of the globe. I don't know about you guys, but for me, that sounds very familiar. Sadly. But that being said, the entire purpose of the story is the seven-headed beast and the prostitute reigning on earth. And the seven heads are actually clearly described in this chapter as to what the beast represents. Because once again, this entire book itself is, well, it's not necessarily allegorical, but there are great deals of it that are very, very symbolic. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look at verses 9 all the way through 14, and then we'll go ahead and discuss quickly and close. So verse 9. This calls for a mind with understanding. The seven heads of the beast represent the seven hills where the woman rules. They also represent seven kings. 5 kings have already fallen. The 6th now reigns, and the 7th is yet to come. But his reign will be brief. The scarlet beast is no longer, is the 8th king. He is like the other 7, and he too is headed for destruction. The 10 horns of the beast are 10 kings who have not yet risen to power. They will be appointed to their kingdoms for one brief moment to reign with the beast. They will all agree to give him their power and authority. Together, they will go to war against the Lamb. But the Lamb will defeat them, because he is the Lord of lords and the King of kings, and his called and chosen and faithful ones will be with him. That is a very, very beautiful passage, and while I'm running out of time to describe it, basically what this means is in the final days, there will be a multitude of nations that will gather together, and in their best efforts, they will try and eliminate the belief in Christianity. They will try and snuff out the word of Christ through the entire land of the earth. But they're going to fail. Once again, that's what I love about the book of Revelation, is because ultimately it's a great long story that says one story in general. God wins. The devil loses. We always like to think of the devil as being this extremely powerful beast, and yes, he does have power, but it's very brief, it's very limited, and at the end of the day, no matter what he does, he will lose. So we need to maintain our faith in the Lord our God, give him our hearts, and accept that he has already won.